Louis D. Chaney is back, but this time no card tricks. However, he is still blowing my mind with an article that I came across my feed that you just wrote. So kind of tell us the story about why you created this article and how it got picked up.
All right. How I created the article was going through the speaking world that I'm in. I'm a part of the National Speakers Association. And the background that I've got in this world, as you know, I've worked at this station for a number of years. We're not going to say
communication, broadcasting,
exactly, communication. Right. And I started noticing how people who use the fill words, how much it's eating up their time. And that's something no one else has ever done. They look at it from the standpoint of message, but never time. And I managed to take someone on an interview segment, edit it down to see what it was. And in 3 minutes and 11 seconds of speaking, this person lost 37 seconds. And I'm like, okay, I'm on to something.
Time is money. And
you
know, we see that too. And especially if people get nervous, and whatever else. But you're not just talking about that. You're talking about actual words that drag us down as well.
They do. I mean, all the things that you hear about the fill words, you hear about the crutch words where people will say, you know, I used to say the word comical at one time. I had a guy sit next to me here in the station. He goes, I'm going to break you of that word today. And all day long, every time he spoke, he used the word comical. And sure enough, by the end of the day, I stopped using the word comical. But people will rely on words like that, and they'll drag words out. If they don't go they'll be like, well, this thing that we did, because they're still not wanting to have that moment of silence. People just get scared of silence, and it's golden for a reason. It has value.
So the chart that is in your article, well, first of all, how can people see the article? Read it.
They can see the article by going to the Lane Report online. They can find it there. And I think I don't have it on my site yet, but I'll be adding it very soon on louischaney.com.
Because it really is fascinating to see that chart, and we can direct people to the website too. So when you did all this research and you created this chart, were you surprised when you saw the chart?
Well, the chart actually wasn't mine, but when I saw that chart, they had added it for the report. I went, wow, it really breaks down the number of words people use and how frequent they use them. And when you look at it laid out like that on a chart, you really get the idea that this is something I need to break, particularly if you're doing meetings, you're doing presentations. These are places that you need to have it, but across the culture of your company. The C-suite knows that it's powerful, but they don't teach the people who are doing the actual meetings and stuff until they get to that level how to do it.
Well, and we've talked about this before on the show, and it's so important if you're a teacher, Sunday school teacher, if you're leading a meeting, get to the point.
Exactly.
Make it clear, but get to the point, and people will beat around the bush, and we're all, looking at our watches and texting people on our phone because we can't stand it. So there's some of the words right there.
Right. And the way to break it is you see right there, I'll tell you just real quick, stop, drop, and pause. You've heard of stop, drop, and roll when you're on fire. Stop, drop, and pause. Stop, you hear the word coming, just don't say anything. Drop that those words, and simply pause. No one is going to die when you pause. And it gives people a chance to catch up to what you've said and gives you a chance to get back on the track to what you were saying.
But how difficult, if we've been socialized our whole life to communicate this way, that would be a real challenge to change, really pivot the way you communicate.
Here's the thing though, when you get it out of your normal speaking voice, it gets out of your professional voice. Another way to do that is, and I tell people this, when you're driving down the road, start reading signs. But read it like you're a host, you're an anchor somewhere. And today they're having hamburgers on sale for $1.50, and just make up stuff as you go and listen to your voice. Also record yourself, listen to it back, and watch yourself. Those are ways to break it as well.
Have the courage to record yourself for those of us who hear our voices.
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
Well, congratulations. It's a big deal.
I appreciate that.
Thank you. We'll be back with more Lifestyles right after this.